love, lies, and shadows. The sun was setting, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, as I knelt on the sand, ring in hand, heart pounding with nervous excitement. Just as the words "Will you marry me?" slipped out of my mouth, a shadow loomed over us. It was him, her husband, clutching a stack of papers, his eyes a storm of emotions. My mind raced, trying to piece together how I ended up in this tangled mess. We'd met at a mutual friend's party months ago, and it was like she was a magnet and I, helpless metal. She'd told me her marriage was over, just a formality left to resolve. What she didn't tell me was how unprepared I was for this confrontation. He dropped the papers between us, the word divorce blaring at me like a siren, and I realized I'd been unwittingly pulled into a drama far beyond my understanding. She looked from me to him, her eyes a battlefield of guilt and defiance. I felt the sand shift beneath me, my romantic dreams crumbling like a fragile castle. I wanted to be angry, to demand answers, but all I could muster was a sickening cocktail of shock and betrayal. How could I have been so blind, so naive? I thought I knew her, but now it seemed like everything was a carefully curated illusion. As he ranted about deceit and lies, I caught her eyes and saw something I hadn't before, a flicker of fear. Suddenly, the pieces clicked. This wasn't just about love or a failed marriage, it was about escape. She was running from something dark, and I was her ticket out. I thought I was her hero, the knight in shining armor, but I was just a pawn in a game I didn't even know I was playing. My heart ached for her, but also for myself. How could I ever trust again when the ground could open up beneath me so swiftly? In the end, I stood, brushing the sand from my knees, my resolve hardening. I handed her the ring, not as a symbol of our future but as a token of what could have been. I turned and walked away, leaving them to their unresolved past. It was time for me to face my own internal conflict, the realization that I had been chasing an illusion, blinded by emotions and desires I didn't fully understand. I needed to find out who I was without her, without the chaos she brought into my life. As the waves washed over my footprints, I promised myself I would learn to see beyond the surface, to recognize the shadows lurking beneath the sunlight.